All right, so what's going on, guys? We have a red Zoro. Actually, I forgot to ask you what your name was. What is your name?
My name's Chad.
Chad. All right, right on. And Chad, we see you're playing red Zoro.
Yes, sir.
And what place did you come in today?
I came top 16. I lost first round. Playing against another Zoro player. There's only 2 of us in top cut. So, I mean, I'm going to lose to somebody. At least it's the same deck. So,
yeah.
Got to play the outs.
All right, right on. And just before we get started, like, what kind of card game experience do you have? Like, have you played other TCGs?
So, yeah, I played Digimon. Stopped playing Digimon to play this. Magic, Pokemon, Vanguard, Vice, like every game under the sun I've played. So, this is the first one I've taken this seriously, though. So,
okay, right
I
on.
like it the most.
All right, right on. So let's get into the deck because I'm sure people want to see. Yeah, let's get started.
All right. So, I mean, she's self-explanatory. You need her. She's best. She'll find whatever you need. It's great, right? So then for Otama, obviously you need 2Ks, minus for anything because I play Nikos. So, and then 2K counters are good. She won me every game against the kid that I played today because I was able to Otama pistol their kid.
Yeah. That
was literally how I won 3 of my rounds. Chopper, because he's your only blocker you have. I mean, he's there. He's all right, I guess. Like, but you play him because you have to.
And are you gonna try to get 4 of these?
Yeah, I got a line for 2 more super pre-releases.
Yeah.
So you'll see. I only got 1 of the decks, and then I got someone to give me the choppers I need and the Luffys and the pistols. So we're almost there. Right. We got 2 Sanjis. I think more than 2 is not bad. I just play another 2K counter that I prefer to have as well. Only time I played him was against purple because I can play him. I used to go second, so I play him on turn 1, and then turn 2 I can swing with my leader for 6, a Zoro for 6, and then him for 7. And purple really can't do too much about it. Right? I'm gonna rip cards out of hand, and I'm gonna play the hyper aggressive game. Plus adds a card to my hand, and purple doesn't like doing damage. So who cares if I take my own life? All right, I got 4 VV. I chose to play the little 2-cost vanilla package. It was okay. I mean, it wasn't terrible. It's pressure. It's just 5K swings every turn, which gets cards, right?
Yeah.
I got my other 2K counter as Brook. I mean, he didn't hit the board at all today, but
really?
I didn't play him because I don't see a reason to. All he does is move 2 Dawn onto something that I already used to pay him. So I might as well have just done that in the first place. And the 3K body isn't important to me. I got 3 Sanjis because Rush. I play more, but he has no counter, and you're already kind of defensively lacking in the deck. So he was good. He won me actually a lot of games today. So just being able to swing for 7.
So why would you play 3 Sanji instead of 4 Sanji and 3 VV?
She's got a 1K counter on it. That's literally it.
The 1K counter is worth more than the Rush?
Late game, the Rush is better. Early game, I prefer to have the 4K body just sit there. It makes no difference, really. They're both just going to sit there on turn 2.
Mm-hmm.
But, I don't know. That's why I might switch out the 2-cost package. It was okay. It came up a little bit for just clearing out the little dudes. Like, against green, it was nice. Because I can just pop stuff, but then Okiku ruins my whole deck, so... and then I got the 3 Psy, same thing. So I'm running 7 of the vanillas. Yeah, I'll probably test around a bit, but it worked out well, clearly. Got to top 16 with it.
Yeah,
so.
Can't complain with your results today, that's
no,
for sure.
And it was, you know what? I found that when I used to play red before, a lot of the time it was either 2K counters in hand or pitching my Nikos. And I don't want to pitch Nico. Mm-hmm. So I'd rather throw out my vanillas and, you know, I can at least keep the good cards in my hand. Best card in set 1. You play them because you have to.
Yeah, it's probably one of it's amazing.
In my opinion, this is the best card in set 1.
Okay.
Right? It's just his stat line is insane. He gets rushed for nothing, and he's just gonna constantly be there. He's already enough to beat over. It's insane. She's my runner-up for favorite card in set 1. Right? I barely played her yesterday in Swiss. I almost never saw her, and when I did, you have to immediately answer her, or she's gonna just stomp you, right? Unless you're playing against somebody who's running, unless you're running the Kaido where she really doesn't hit too much, but you play her and then Otama stuff to bring it down, and then pops. This is my other 2K counter. He's my favorite card in the deck. right? I think he's good. I think he's good, man. It gives me a baby Nico effect, and I get a 2K counter, right? I play him on turn 2. Actually, in the first round at top 16, I mulled to an abysmal hand, which was 2 Otamas, 2 pistols, and a Beppo. So I dropped Beppo turn 2. He knew exactly what he did, and he immediately jet pistoled it.
Really?
Yep. Because then he proceeded to play a Zoro, a Sunny, and a Nico. I had 2 Otamas in hand. He would clear out their entire board.
Yeah.
Right? I think he's low-key good, and if he's not good in the matchup, he's another 2K counter, right?
Yeah. Very strong.
Cracked. Like, not being able to block anything is stupid.
Yeah.
Perfect
finisher.
Literally. And then if I don't get him, I play my other favorite finisher, which is Diablo Jombe.
Yeah.
Right? I won 4 games in Swiss just off of top decking this and swinging for 14K.
Yeah. Yeah, because you put it on the Zoro and you
Put it on the Zoro,
14.
9 Dawn, swing. All right, you have 10K in guard.
No.
Right?
That's hard, yeah. Because they're probably protecting their life the entire game because you're constantly attacking with this this aggressive deck. Yeah.
So this is just a pure aggro deck, right? Jet Pistol, I mean, it speaks for itself.
Yeah.
This with Otama won me games, many games. Being able to answer like a law if I didn't have my Luffy or anything, it was just, it's cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just good removal, you need it. This is my defensive event that I run. I chose this over Red Hawk. I like this because it's a 1 Dawn card instead of a 2. It's a lot easier to read into Red Hawk than it is to this, right? Because you can just do your swings and then have 1 Dawn up and they're like, whatever.
Yeah, who plays Radical Beam? It's very like, Red Hawk is like the first event we think of.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And because I'm playing an aggro deck, I'm going to start taking life.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be down to 2 real quick.
Yeah, so it just becomes your 4K.
Yeah, I went X1, but my last game that won and got me in the top 16, I won because of Radical Beam.
Really?
Yeah,
How so?
I played against the Kaido. I had 3 Namis, a tapped Sanji, and a tapped Zoro on board. He had his leader and a, what's his name? The 5-cost 7K, whatever.
Bababuski?
Babanuki or
Babanuki.
whatever. Yes, we had Babanuki out. So he put, was it, his 9K for his leader, swung at life. Okay, I took it. And then he said, all right. He put 4 on his Babanuki, and he swung at my Zoro. And I had Radical Beam at 2K and a 1K.
You didn't expect that?
Nope.
No.
So I had 7K in guard with 1 Dawn up.
Yeah.
And he then proceeded to just take an extra life with the 7 event. And then I swung for 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, and he died.
Yeah.
Right? I think it's good. It's easy counter value, especially with this deck going second. It lets me get some little cheeky plays into. If I drop a Zoro or a Nico, and I still have that Dawn up just for the end of the turn, right? People usually just think, it's just inefficient Dawn, whatever. And then you Radical Beam, it's 7. Right?
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah. All right. Amazing. Right on. So I'll go ahead and ask you some questions. What I've been hearing a lot is, or what I've been seeing a lot is, people don't know what hands to look for and what hands not to look for. Like, what is your worst matchup? What is your best matchup, and what are you trying to really look for in your hands when you play the game? You know, obviously besides Nami.
Yeah, so normally, it depends on the matchup, right? My hardest matchup, I still think, is Kid.
Yeah.
Right? That 8 cost is just a house.
Yeah.
So if I'm playing against 8 cost Kid, I want to see my Nikos, and I want to see Jet Pistols, right?
Yeah.
Because Derokiku, it can clean up your board, and it can be annoying, especially with the vanilla package. But if I get Jet Pistol, I can hit Basil, which is a monster. It can clean up some laws if I need to, and then the Otama Pistol wins games.
Yeah.
Right? So that one's a weird spot. I look for my vanillas mostly when I play them. Like, I want to see all my 4Ks because they're going to be tapping Bonnie, they're going to be tapping out for, getting hand advantage. I want to see like Beppo, I want to see Vivi, I want to see Nico.
Okay.
Right? And then just start cleaning their board and don't let them build anything. Kaido, my one loss was to Kaido. I kept a dumb hand. Right? I was against
what was
Kaido.
it?
I had like 2 vanillas, a Nami, I think like a Jet Pistol. And
Jet Pistol?
Yeah, and I was like, I can Jet Pistol Queen, I can do some stuff. Nami will find me an answer, right? Nami didn't find me an answer. She found me a Zoro, and that was sweet, and that was the only rush card I saw the whole game. and then he proceeded to roll me from 6-cost king to 7-cost king to 9-drop Kaido to 6-cost king.
Did you see?
So it is what it is. I kept a dumb hand. I should have been aggressive, but yeah, shit happens.
All right, so I know a lot of players, recently have been shifting over to Red Luffy. I know Zoro was really popular at the beginning, and now we're looking at, now there are a couple both in the top, right?
Yeah, there was two Zoro players, and there was the guy I lost to in round 1.
Okay, yeah, well, and so what would you say, have you played with Luffy?
Yeah,
what would you say, what would you say is better? And
So I think a lot of it depends on what meta you play too, right? Luffy is a much more mid-range deck. Your top end is way better, right? Like you're gonna make it to the end game. You're gonna have 2K counters. Your Shanks will be on board, and that's just gonna do work, right? I run out of cards in my hand by like turn 4, so I'm kind of just playing for the out, right?
Yeah.
So the reason I chose Zoro was my buddy. Like I chose this deck the night before the event.
Really?
Yeah. I was gonna play Daffy, and I changed my mind. And then I was like, do I play red or green? Do I play red or green? Do I play red or green? My buddy said, nah, play green, just high roll. So I did.
Well, red and just high roll.
Yeah, play red and high roll, sorry. And he's like, I'm like, okay, sure, why not? Let's try it. I won 4 games today off of Diablo Jambé 14K. Like,
yeah.
Luffy was clutch. Right now, this, like with Zoro and Diablo Jambé and Luffy, it's the only deck in the game that you can top deck a card and win immediately.
Yeah.
Right? Because everyone else can top deck their Kaido or their Kid. They play it, it sets you back, it's a house, you gotta get around it. But it's not like they play it and win immediately.
Yeah.
If I top deck a Diablo Jambé with no cards in hand, and you have no life, I'm winning.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Unless you happen to have 10K encounter.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely possible, but they have to be winning by a lot, and they have to be setting up. Like, they have to be really ahead in order to have that 10K counter.
Exactly, and that's why I play the aggro deck with all the 2-cost vanillas, because I'm just trying to do 5K every turn, and I'm at least going to rip cards out of your hand.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just trying, at that point, burn all your resources so I can just keep swinging with 5s. I don't care, 5-6, 5-6, and then, you're going to have no cards in hand.
All right, well, my last question will be, will you be going to other like treasure cups? Is this your last one? You're going to go to?
I'll try and go to whatever ones pop around. I mean, depending on how far the drive is. I got the online regional coming up now with Carta Magica. So registration went up for that today, and it sold out in 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So I got into that, and then I think I have another one coming up too. I can't remember, but I'm gonna keep trying to play because honestly, this is my favorite card game I play right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm having a lot of fun with it too.
Me too. And I did it off of a whim. I wasn't even like a huge guy in the One Piece IP.
Me neither.
Right.
But it's got me watching the show now on Netflix.
Exactly,
so
same.
yeah.
And like I was like, I'll try it. And then this is the first time I've played a new card game that's been this balanced, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everything's topping.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you have a chance with everything, and it seems as though like every deck has a chance of beating every deck, and
there's nothing I play where I'm like I lose.
Yeah.
It's over. There's such good resource management. Obviously, the RNG from a card game is RNG, but
that's why we love them, right? Like you high roll the Diablo Jambé, and then you don't get you get weird jet pistol triggers sometimes.
Man, I triggered jet pistol twice out of life in one game.
Exactly.
Like, it was just sometimes it works.
That's why we love card games. We love to hate them, you know. And well, one last question. My side event started. Anyways, one last question. For OP2, are you going to play Zoro? Or have you heard of it? Because I've heard personally it's the best deck. Are you looking forward to that?
I'm probably I'm gonna test obviously because I have a case of it coming in, so I'll be able to play whatever I need to out of it. The decks I'm looking forward to are Zoro because he just becomes a 1-cost rush deck, which I think is hilarious. It's just rookie rush from Digimon.
Yeah.
You just play 1 cost, pump them, and swing. I'm really excited to try out Whitebeard actually.
Really?
Yeah, I think the whole mechanic of him is cool. You start with 6 life, you take a life every turn, but the fact that he's a 6K base means that your opponent have to attach a Dawn to leader just to hit him.
Yeah, they have to invest a lot of Dawn to get in there.
It makes him a lot harder to hit, and then it just seems like an interesting niche deck. And then other than that, I mean, Kid is still Kid, Kinemon is Kinemon. Like, my other favorite leader was Daffy, and he gets negative support, so I mean that sucks. But I'm probably gonna keep playing Zoro for events, just because like I'm gonna try and draw the out. Like that's all it is. He just has so many outs to stuff, and you know what? It puts people under pressure, and usually it doesn't turn out well. So.
Yeah. All right, well, Chad, congrats again.
Thank you.
Well done. I hope I see you around. And yeah, thank you for doing this deck profile with me.
problem.
Take care.
Have a good